I've just been looking at these carrots that we just randomly sown on ground. We didn't even do them in rows. We just had a little bit of a patch that had nothing in it earlier in the year. So I just broadcast a few seeds. And since then I've pretty much forgot about them. But I thought I'll pull a few up today because now we've got these benches in here. I don't really want things growing underneath them. So I pulled a few up. And obviously I wasn't really expecting anything or any size anyway. But they're quite a good sized carrot. For something that's basically had no care and attention since it was put in ground. So they'll be perfect to get cleaned up. And we could just boil those whole. There is a few more to pull up, so I'm going to get them as well. Then that bit's done. As you can see, they were just put in here, and like I said, we've not really given them any attention since we did it. And to be fair, a lot of them are just little stubby things. I mean, with a quick clean, you could just drop them into your food. We are obviously peeling them. Might as well just get everything out, and then we can start fresh. Now that's a pretty good size one. Unfortunately, the top wasn't covered up properly, which is what I've been talking about throughout season. If you don't make sure your carrot tops are covered with compost, they turn green. Obviously you could just cut that bit off, but it's not ideal. Well, that's enough from those. Nothing amazing, but definitely a small meal there. And a lot of time, that's what we aim towards. We're not looking for massive things, especially in a greenhouse. But if we can grow some short stubby carrots, that's enough. That planter that we did, if you've seen previous videos, you'll remember us doing this. Those lettuces at the back have picked up a bit. We just keep taking off any dead leaves that we see. Get rid of those. But the plants are looking quite healthy. But this is all those multi-sown leaf lettuce that we're putting. And just over the last few days, they've got a good size on them. So they're well underway now. And so are the spring onion pots that we did. We put quite a lot of seeds in here. That one's a little thinner, but you can see that there is more coming. But we can get some nice bunches of spring onions out there once they're mature. And that mustard container has now come on even more. So we can start and prick a few of these out and move them on into their own containers to grow bigger. And I think we'll do the same with these cauliflowers as well. They're going to grow a lot bigger, quicker, if they've got more space. We don't want to leave them with two plants competing per cell. That's not going to help. And these ones definitely need to come out. Winter cabbages. And we've got a more mature carrot pot here as well. But we're leaving that for a bit longer to see if we can get a few decent sized carrots out of it. And then meanwhile we've got a fresh carrot pot that we sowed. We've got a few carrots coming through at the moment. And obviously we don't want an overseeded pot with these. I've also moved this container into greenhouse now. It was in container garden outside and it's been there basically all year. And it has got some decent peppers on it. This one hasn't got any. I think we took the ones off this quite recent. But it did kind of make me laugh. But in between these plants is a self-seeded pansy or viola. Which, you know, adds a nice little effect to it, to be fair. Anyway, I thought I'd bring it in with temperature starting to drop a little bit. And see if we can encourage these peppers to grow a bit bigger. Because at the moment, we've got quite a small one there. Better size one just there, one there, one there, and one there. That plant has got 6 peppers on it. So although it's done really well to grow outside in UK this year, we thought we'd get a bit of a break, bring it inside and try and encourage it to make bigger fruits for us. So at the moment, this morning, I'm basically just rearranging containers, trying to utilise space as best that I can. I've actually got carrots growing under this bench as well. They've been in there a long time. But we're just going to leave them. They're still getting light, even though they're under the bench, because the sun comes that way on. That's the reason I put them there. But you can see we've got carrots all the way down there underneath this bench. They are doing perfectly fine. So I'm going to start looking into how I can best use space in this greenhouse. We've got the benches, but we know they're going to fill up quite quick. So maybe we can put some things in containers under the bench. Maybe actually on both sides, because there is a good amount of light coming through underneath these benches. That's something I can look into today, and probably sow a few more seeds as well. Because although we've got things that's coming up and need pricking out, I want to do a continuation sowings of various plants so I can grow them in different stages. I've just started taking this shade netting down in greenhouse, because I want it to let more light in there. Because what I'm thinking about doing is when these tomato plants are finished, I'm thinking about digging them all out and replacing them with some brassicas to see how they get on through autumn and winter. We've already got the seedlings growing in other greenhouse, so it's just a case of pricking them out, growing them a bit bigger, and then planting them in here. Once obviously it's all been dug over, weeded, and a bit of feed added to the soil. But it'll be another experiment that we can use. We're keeping them away from the harshest weather, and maybe by having that greenhouse protection, they might even grow a bit quicker for us. So that's another job I'm just going to be finishing off today. For a minute, I'm going to be getting out at greenhouse. It's just gone up to 89 just while I've been in here, so I'm going to go outside, get a bit of air, check some bits and bobs, and then I'll be back here later on in the day. Maybe I'll see you there. Thank you.